Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful, drama-filled day to dive into the absolute madness that is currently unfolding in Port Charles. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get straight into the chaos because we have a massive situation on our hands and I need to vent about it immediately. I cannot believe what I just watched, and I am literally typing this up at 2 in the morning because I am so wired and I need to get this out of my system before I explode. Are we actually seeing this happen right now? Anna Devane picked one hell of a week to come back to work, and I am simultaneously screaming at my television and completely obsessed with the drama. I mean, we all knew that Anna returning to the PCPD was going to shake things up, but I don't think any of us were prepared for her very first real case back to be the Spoon Island shooting. And not just the shootout, but the specific investigation into Ross Cullum's death, where Rocco Falconeri pulled the trigger. I am sorry, but the writers are absolutely unhinged for this, and I'm here for every single. Let's just take a step back and look at Anna for a second. This woman has been through absolute hell. She spent months locked in a Windermere sub-basement, got gaslit into oblivion, suffered through those terrifying Peter August hallucinations, and finally gets her badge back. She deserves a soft launch back into police work. But no, the universe and these writers decide to throw her right into the most explosive, deeply personal, and highly compromised case in the entire city. She is shadowing Dante, completely unaware of how close to home this investigation is about to hit. It is a ticking time bomb, and Anna is just casually walking around with the matches. And then there is the Rocco factor. Can we talk about this for a minute? Rocco, a teenager, fired the shot that killed Ross Cullum. I have been watching since 2015, and this is easily one of the heaviest storylines they have given a legacy kid in years. He did it to protect his father, and then Jason stepped in to take the fall, because Jason is always going to be Jason. But the fact that Anna is now digging into this, it makes my stomach drop. Anna is looking for a ruthless killer, and she has no idea she is actually hunting down her best friend's grandson. The dramatic irony is so thick you could cut it with a knife, and it is driving me absolutely crazy. But wait, I am getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the exact moment that made me jump off my couch tonight. Anna asks Joe Fitzpatrick for the case file so she can get up to speed on the Cullum shooting. A standard request, right? She is the commissioner. She needs to know what happened while she was gone. And what does she find? A gaping hole. Every single record, every piece of evidence, every report tied to Cullum's shooting has just vanished. Poof. Gone. Like it never even happened. I literally paused the screen just to process what that means. Anna's first instinct is that someone deliberately took it, and obviously she is 100% right. But the absolute panic that must be setting in for the people who know the truth is staggering. You do not just misplace an entire homicide file in the Port Charles Police Department. Someone walked in there, bypassed security, and scrubbed the record clean. And Anna Devane, the woman who has spent decades sniffing out international espionage plots, is now staring at a local police cover-up. Okay, back to the point, because this is where the real story is. Laura Collins, Mayor Laura Collins. The moment Joe reported the missing evidence, the camera panned to Laura, and her reaction was everything. You could see the sheer, unadulterated panic flashing behind her eyes before she forced her face into a mask of polite concern. Laura already knows that Rocco fired the shot that killed him. She knows. And sitting on that massive, life-ruining secret while your best friend starts asking pointed questions about the exact case you are desperate to keep buried, that is not a small detail. That is a catastrophic collision waiting to happen. If Laura is the one who made that evidence disappear, or even if she simply knows who did and is keeping her mouth shut, she has crossed a line that goes well past just protecting a scared teen. She is the mayor of Port Charles. She is actively obstructing an investigation being run by Anna Devane herself. I am losing my mind thinking about the implications of this. These are two women who have leaned on each other through decades of absolute chaos. They have survived mob wars, Cassadine curses, and serial killers together. And now, they are on a direct collision course over a police cover-up. I know some people are loving this dark Laura era where she bends the rules for her family, but personally I am terrified for her. Anna Devane's instincts are not something you want pointed in your direction. Anna does not know yet that Rocco is involved, but she is a trained investigator with instincts sharpened by literal decades in WSB intelligence. The second she starts pulling threads on missing evidence in a case this messy, she is going to notice patterns. And patterns always lead to people. Dante already told Lulu that there is no evidence linking Rocco to the shooting, which is a great comfort to a panicked mother. But that logic only holds up as long as nothing new surfaces. Anna reopening this file is exactly the kind of new pressure that could unravel that incredibly fragile piece. And the worst part? Anna has no idea she's doing this to a friend's own son. She thinks she is chasing down a rogue agent or a mob hitman. When she finds out it was Rocco, and that Laura knew and lied to her face, the betrayal is going to be earth-shattering. And let's talk about the logistics of this missing evidence for a second, because my brain is spinning. Somebody physically had to remove those files. A trained agent like Anna knows better than anyone that vanished paperwork is never actually. There is always a signature, a timestamp, a digital footprint, a gap in the server log somewhere that gives the game away eventually. You cannot scrub a police database without leaving a ghost in the machine. Anna is going to find that ghost, and when she does, it is going to point straight back to the mayor's office or someone very close to it. Then we have Rick Lansing's brilliant legal advice. Remember when Rick told Lulu that as long as everyone involved keeps quiet, Rocco stays in the clear? Because only Jason and Cullum ever actually knew the truth, and Britt hearing it from Rocco does not count as an. Yeah, that legal read only works if the paper trail stays permanently gone and nobody with real investigative instinct starts asking. Rick is smart, but he is underestimating Anna Devane. Anna is precisely the kind of person who asks why, and she will not stop until she gets an answer. Actually, wait, sometimes I contradict myself on this because I am so emotional about it. Part of me is furious with Laura for lying to Anna, but then I think about Rocco. He is her grandson. If I were in Laura's shoes, wouldn't I do the exact same thing? Wouldn't I burn the entire police station to the ground to keep my grandson out of Pentonville? Yes. Yes, I absolutely would. So I can't even be completely mad at Laura, which just makes the whole situation so much more. She is in an impossible position. She has to choose between her sworn duty as mayor, her decades-long friendship with Anna, and the life of her grandson. This is exactly the kind of moral ambiguity that makes this show so good when it's firing on all cylinders. I mean, Anna has spent her whole career on the side of the law, but let's be real, she has also spent her whole life protecting people she loves from consequences they did not deserve. Robin, Valentine, even Peter for a while. Anna knows what it means to compromise your morals for family. But watching her wrestle with that from the other side of the interrogation table, especially against a friend as close as Laura, that could be some of the richest, most heartbreaking material this show has produced all year. I am dreading the inevitable confrontation, but I am also completely here for it. Picture this. Anna finally pieces it together. She traces the deleted files, she connects the timestamps, and she walks into the mayor's office. The doors close. It is just Anna and Laura. The tears, the screaming, the shattered trust. How could you lie to me? I was protecting my family. It is going to be Emmy-worthy television, and I am already preparing my snacks for them. But seriously, who actually deleted the files? Was it Laura herself? Did she leverage her mayoral access? Or did someone else pull the strings to protect Rocco and Jason? Could it have been Sonny pulling a favor? Or maybe even Jack Brennan, who we know has his own twisted agenda and already warned Anna to drop the investigation. Whoever did it left Laura holding the bag, and Laura's panic proves she knows exactly how high the stakes are right now. I swear, if these writers permanently ruin the friendship between Anna and Laura over this, I am going to riot. We need these strong female friendships on the canvas, but the angst is just too good to ignore. The Spoon Island shootout is the gift that keeps on giving, and Anna Devane being the one to tear the cover up wide open is poetic cinema. I am going to be glued to my screen all week. Let me know if you guys think Laura is the one covering for Rocco, or if someone else is pulling the strings in the shadows. I need to hear your theories because my brain is completely fried from overthinking them.